Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Shoot the Breeze. Interview segments and a chill time all around for you and me. I am your host, Heavy Divider, and with me tonight is a man who is pretty much a relaxed and chill individual to be around. Why, as a matter of fact, he's so relaxed and chill that basically he kind of shined amongst everybody else with his community, his friends, and anybody else around him. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Zer0ru, but I call him Zero for short.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello. So, quick question, I gotta ask you this, and I start this out every time. How the hell did we meet?
I think it was during that one Charities, the one charity event.
Yep,
Yeah.
Toys for Tots charity, yeah, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
In the oddest way possible or so, before you decided to change your name or so, you kept calling yourself Poor King.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it was during that time.
Yeah.
I just remember...
I just didn't change it because, I was lazy or I kind of forgot to. That's pretty much it, yeah.
No, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good, my guy. I just want to say, basically, based on the interaction or so, which is a funny interaction overall for you, me, and Nad Jr., too, just because when I finally met you in VRC or so, it was basically one of those things where apparently you broke a plate, and then basically Nad broke something else. I thought it was a mirror because
he broke a mirror.
He kept trying to sidekick you while you were sitting down. So this was before you even had full body. So, oh yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting time on hand for that entirely. So I will ask you this question too, based on that entire thing. What is your origin in VRChatter? So like, what brought you here, or what got you interested to basically be in VRChatter, just be able to have a good time overall?
Hey, my Buddha, you do not know, do we?
Oh boy! Oh no! Oh no! It happened.
That's literally how I started.
The Ugandan Knuckles
I started
meme.
because of a Ugandan meme. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I guess you got it from like YouTube. I guess if I had to take a guess on it, it came from YouTube in general, just because the amount of compilations people had just based around that would just spark an interest, and then just like became like this interesting golden age of like the rise of VRChat and everything. So, good God. I was gonna say,
yeah, that's pretty much how I started.
That's pretty much how you started. So, I was gonna say, and through that and everything is pretty much when you got a chance to kind of like meet some different people on hand. So, which I assume that's what kind of led you for the Toys for Tots charity event, right? Or
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I got you. And speaking of which, or so, I would like to ask you this too, just because besides VRChat or so, I assume, do you have any other games besides that you would play outside of VRChat, or some like different other games for a sense of basically, say you get tired of basically just roaming around VRChat talking to people, or so you just want to play something different on hand? Anything that would come to your mind or something?
Yeah. A couple games I play. I guess like Monster Hunter World, Dead by Daylight. I don't know any other. Hold on.
No, you're good. Take your time. It's all good.
I think Overwatch, maybe? I don't know. Usually it's just anime.
just anime games or so. I was gonna say, and I'm just throwing this out there just because a friend of mine, Leon, does this. Leon Fireball does this. I was gonna say, if you ever just want to have like a night where basically it's just you and most of your friends or so, you can always have like a session set up where basically you playing Danganronpa and then them doing a voice acting for you. You ever played?
Actually, no, that's a great idea. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, it'd be good. In a sense because basically you could just get the best of your friends out of your own community and basically just do that. And basically, if they are interested in it or so, it could lead to basically some masterful pieces for you, or basically one giant laugh fest overall. So, so one giant laugh fest overall here and there. I will say too, pretty much, which I will kind of like implement it on this or so. I assume you kind of like been around a couple of different communities on hand with VRChat or so, and basically because I know originally I knew you through Toys for Tots charity, but then I began to see you like in this meshed community of like White Messer, and then just like different ones combined together. So there's a couple people in there. I just can't think off the top of my head because they kind of meshed well together. But
yeah, no, I gotcha. Yeah.
I was gonna say, can you share it in like any of your insight based on these different communities you've been part of or so, or just kind of like anything that would stick out, from this one to this one?
Well, every community has like pretty unique people and pretty interesting, and honestly, they're pretty fun to hang out with. And if we're talking about like different difference between communities, some of them are like some of them like to make music, some of them are lewd, some of them are RPers like you. Yeah, there's a lot of different type of communities out there, and it's quite unique, quite interesting, and I feel like a lot of people would be into those type of things. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I get you. Reason I asked you that is just because, like, with all these different communities that are out there, so you would think that basically there's always going to be like this interesting, not collision, but basically this interesting, outlook on how you see different things here and there. Just for the fact that basically, while one is like benefited or centered around like RPs in general, where basically you do nothing but RPs, or you do have your downtimes, it's just that most of the time you don't get a chance to spend with a lot of times with people. Other times you have like people who basically do spend a lot of time with each other. It's just maybe mostly in nefarious ways and such. But it's just one of those things where basically like insight is everything, especially considering a lot of different stuff on hand. And I assume, because I know you've been on here for about 2 years now.
Yeah, pretty much
2 years. So you pretty much kind of like seen a little bit of everything going on here and there.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3 years.
I don't remember.
No, I got you.
Maybe. Yeah.
So 3, that would be like maybe early 2017 or somewhere in the mid. Because the rise of
2017.
Yeah, because the start of VRChat, the rise of it came from YouTube first, and then as it kind of reached like November and December, that's when it started hitting the Twitch thing, and then it started rising up after that, little by little, with 2018. So, okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. But for something else I would like to ask you too, and this is basically some just different topics on hand or so, have you actually done any other charities on hand besides the Toy for Tots charity, or just kind of like
just pretty much just Toys for Tots, yeah.
Toys for Tots, I got you.
I haven't done any other charity.
I got you. I was asking about that just because of the fact that basically, depending on how the situation is for nowadays or so, it's one of those things where, overall sake or so, like you would just want, we might end up doing like a different charity on hand, depending on what Mystic Cyan has or so, because I know he had like different ones planned out or so, and considering the whole epidemic we have on hand, it wouldn't be surprised if we have like a split one for sometime later on the fall. So,
if I remember correctly, there was one for summer, but it got canceled or something.
Wait,
that's what I've been hearing.
There was one on the summer time or so?
No, he was. I don't know. He said though he was planning on like summer during the summer he was planning on doing one, right? But then I think that thing got canceled. I'm not too sure about the information, but yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Interesting. Interesting. I think I might need to go look back in that Discord or so, just because I haven't got a chance to check in there in some time, because I usually go in there to check and see what's going to happen for like later on or so in November. But I'll have a look in there and when I get a chance to check out. But yeah, I was just gonna say too, like, besides that or so, are you just kind of bummed out with the fact that Twitchcon got canceled now for San Diego?
Yo, I was really hyped for that. I was really hyped for it, but yeah, I mean,
it would happen sooner or later.
What can I do? There's nothing. Yeah.
I mean,
there's nothing I can do. Just wait for next year. Yeah.
No, I feel
That's
you.
Pretty much it.
No, sooner or later it was going to happen, just because of the amount of things that have happened here and there. Although it would be pretty interesting to see what else can we possibly do at TwitchCon other than just basically going there to see everybody else. Because I guarantee you, most of the interactions anybody would ever have or so would not be inside the building. It would just mostly be outside of that with you and a group of friends and everything else, and just going to like different restaurants or so, or just going to like different places you've never been to in basically California or within the city of San Diego. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Besides besides that on hand, I also want to ask you this too, and that's basically with the VRChat current presence. Current present right now. Well, like when you look back at like when you first started on VRChat or so, be it 2017 or 2018 or so, and look at it here and now or so, you could pretty much tell there's a lot of difference happens between here and there, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of like one of those things that I assume you kind of wish certain things from that era that you first started would still be stuck here or so. Like basically certain changes or so that would be a little bit more optimized, or basically certain things that were optimized that shouldn't have not been changed at all.
Hmm. Um, I don't know if you remember this, but then back in the day, there was like a little glitch where when you jump in the air and you open your menu, or like the social tab or whatever, right? You'd be stuck in the air for a bit, yeah. But then when you jump and do that now, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work now.
It was pretty funny. Just
I mean, the only time you could ever do that now is just basically with like that, Vice City, Tommy Pizzetta, GTA model, where basically you just kind of like you have the gun in your hand, just basically you can easily pause yourself while Guts theme is playing in the background, so it kind of works. It's just basically in that sense of an animation. It's in that sense of an animation now. So overall, but pretty much or so, as well as basically asking you this, you could pretty much just tell, like, put it this way, you're kind of like a VRChat veteran now, in that sense, just because you've been around to kind of see a lot of things or so. Any things that just kind of stick out in your mind or so, from just basically just in the weirdest way, you're like an old man that's basically seeing like the craziness of this game entirely. That I'm pretty sure some people that come in that, be it from your community or something else, would see it. New experience.
I'm old.
I mean, if you think about it, from that time to now, you're pretty much older.
True.
By a few years, but still. A few years, but still. So.
Yeah. Also, wait, what did you ask just now?
Basically, I was gonna say, as somebody who's seen quite a lot in VRChat, when you first started or so, does it ever kind of surprise you or so when somebody who is brand new coming into, say, right now in this kind of like year or so to in VRChat or so, does it kind of surprise you where basically some of them get awfully surprised by certain things you've already seen before, or just basically like say it's somebody who's brand new to your own community and they come into VRChat just to hang out with you, just kind of like trying to get the feel of it or so, because I guarantee you it's gonna be one of those things where. Because I guarantee you, after you started VRChat or so, you immediately just started to buy a headset and then later on buy a full body just because you just want to get that full experience. And I guess in the sense of them, they would just actually do the exact same thing later on. Just a matter of basically building that interest up.
I mean, I guess it kind of, honestly, I don't know if I should be surprised or not, but then, like, it should be, in my feeling, I feel like it's like, it just feels normal, People just want to experience, like, new stuff, get the full experience of VR, have a good time. Yeah, I mean, do you see a lot of people doing that these days? And honestly, I feel like it's normal, It doesn't surprise me as much, as I used to. But yeah, it just feels normal. That's pretty much it, yeah.
I get you. It was just kind of like trying to get that different perspective on hand and everything. Also, too, pretty much with that or so, we also have the rise of different other games outside of that, which I'll ask, have you ever tried out that whole NeosVR or basically ChilloutVR? Kind of like getting that different...
Oh, yeah. So NeosVR, it's quite unique. It has a lot of functions, and honestly, it made my brain hurt. But yeah, it's fine. It's quite interesting. And ChilloutVR, honestly, I don't know how long VRChat's gonna last, but I feel like ChilloutVR is like more, like, in my opinion, I feel like it's much better. It's like its performance rate and everything is way better, and also you can also put in like a topic. I don't know what the actual word was, but I think it was like a little topic for your avatar. So if it's like NSFW, you can put in NSFW,
Okay, so kind of like these
stuff like that.
statuses or kind of like these bubbles you can easily put down here or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also people can block out NSFW like avatars. Like for example, they can restrict what they see. So let's say you put NSFW on your avatar, right?
Mhm.
And then they remove NSFW. Like, so basically, when you enter the world, they can't see your avatar. They can see your name tag, but they can't see your avatar. It's like
I
that.
got you.
Yeah.
I get you. So it's kind of like their own filter. It's kind of like their own filter block for it. Yeah, basically, and also reveal at your own risk kind of thing too. Okay. So interesting security system they have on hand that they could work with. Very interesting. I mean, if you put it this way or so, no matter what it is, like between like ChilloutVR, and NeosVR, or basically VRChat in general, so it's just basically everybody's got their own like different things they're looking for the most part or so, as well as just basically, just kind of like find that right place for comfort or so. Like if you're a content creator, basically you like making things or so, NeosVR is for you because you can just make a lot of things in there. A lot of things, try some different stuff out, and basically just, have a ball with it. ChilloutVR is pretty much like its name is. ChilloutVR, just a giant play space for everybody or so. And if you think about it too, VRChat's kind of like both worlds, but basically in the balance of it, trying to balance both worlds out. For all senses, both map makers, content creators, as well as basically avatar makers in general. In some senses of it.
Yeah.
So, something interesting to be able to take in for it overall. But also too, and I'll ask you this too really quickly or so. I will ask you this: are you actually looking for somebody to make you an avatar or so?
Honestly, yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah, but then like you see, my issue currently, I know there's like a lot of avatar creators I can find right now, but then currently my issue is my budget because like I have a lot of projects ahead, that I have to take care of first before getting a model and everything. So
pretty much like a secret projects for you, sort of like content projects you got to work on that requires a little bit of money of that.
For example, do you remember my first year anniversary project, right?
Yes, I remember.
The group art, yeah. So currently I'm working on my second year anniversary, where I'm on a budget. So this time I'm trying to make everyone into like a chibi, get to like 30 to 50 people at least,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and work with that. Yep.
I can see it right off the back of my hand. I will say too, with that, I was gonna say because I just realized too, I'm pretty sure you're also a photo photographer too, because I know for a fact when I first met you, you had like this massive camera on hand that you would use for like photo photography, or no, it wasn't even that. It was like this camera system that certain like in IRL like Twitch streamers do, or so. I mean, I'm pretty sure that cost you pretty penny on hand. Yeah, because I remember you had that because when we were by that wall in San Diego and the Twitch thing, I saw you, and then you had like this giant thing with it. I don't know if it was that or it was like there was somebody else who had like this helmet that basically had like these kind of like the digitized not numbers, but basically like digitized like squares and everything.
I think you're talking about another version because I didn't bring a single camera today.
I could have sworn you did, but I might have been faulting that because I know you were there with Curry and everything.
Oh no. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. The camera wasn't mine. You know Turtle Dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his. I was just you're filming for him or like doing stuff for him. Yeah, I didn't bring a camera. I was just doing him a favor.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's where I got that confusion from because I remember you had that. I mean, I'm guessing he gave it to you just because he wanted you to use it while he tried to go mess with Curry Games.
Oh, but the funny thing is that I went through Twitter. I went to my old tweet. I found a tweet where I posted a video of Curry running away from Turtle Dude.
Good lord.
Yeah, I found it. I was like, oh shit. I'll DM you it after the podcast or whenever. Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just thought I would just ask about that because of the fact that when it comes, you're always gonna have those special moments and everything or so, and everything. And, between that and just basically like meeting people in person or so, which I'm pretty sure you met quite a lot of people in person, like at Twitchcon or so. There's like a lot of people name off the top of your hands or so. If you ever got a chance to take pictures with them.
I mean, yeah. I guess I got to take a picture with a couple of them. Yeah. Actually, I was trying to take a picture with you and Saya, but then like I saw you guys once, and then like afterwards I couldn't find you. I'm like, oh shit.
Nah, I apologize. It's just because
Yeah.
one, Saya was just basically trying to go around and give everybody hugs. I was just trying to be right next to her because that way, at least if that way I don't lose track of her. Because it wasn't just basically.
Yeah, no, that's totally understandable.
It wasn't just me and her that came to the Twitchcon. It was basically me, her, and her mother too. Because her mother asked me to keep an eye on Saya, so basically it was kind of like my responsibility.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but yeah, it would be nice to have. It'd be actually pretty nice. It might not be this year, but hopefully next year we can do it. We could just basically have like a giant hangout session or so. It's just a matter of like getting everything down, figuring out what people want to work with or so, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, I mean that would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it would. It definitely would be. But past that or so, past TwitchCon and everything or so, pretty much life's been alright with you and everything, especially, community-wise, and just basically trying to... Is it kind of like hard for you to organize your own community or so, or just basically just like, it goes the flow with it?
Pretty much just goes the flow, Yeah.
Goes with the flow of it? Yeah. It's hard to kind of have that flow at the same time. You just want to make sure everybody's interactive, everybody is having a good time, as well as basically not trying to keep it as, like, quiet as possible or so, just because people have this weird thing about it, where basically if it's quiet, they assume it's dead when it's not. It's just basically it's sleeping like a giant. So
pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much a weird thing on hand when it comes down to it or so. But yeah, I mean overall senses or so. I mean, if you think about it entirely, it's just one of those things where no matter what it is, which I will share with you too, because I feel like you need this knowledge, because overall or so, you've seen a lot, but at the same time, you've got time on your side. I'm just letting you know that. You got a lot of time on your side where basically you got a lot to grow. I'm just letting you know that basically, it'll come with the flow of it, but basically if you ever just want to have a community night or so for your community, you can organize it at any moment. Basically organize it just for the fun for them. Be it like just watch videos together, or just basically have like, if you just feel like talking to somebody or so, just basically ping them and then they'll be there to chat with you. Always good to have that good communication line with them, because that way it'll help you out. Because if you're able to be in contact and communication with them or so, they'll know that you pretty much are still always there and interacting with them and caring about them. Different ways or so, just to be able to make it brighten their day. But yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be all good, dude. It'll be all good. So, besides all that or so, I have one last question on hand, and pretty much with that camera right there, I'm going to give you the entire floor for this, because I just want, or your camera or that camera, but basically just give you the entire floor to be able to answer this following question. That being, what are your goals and dreams? Because I know somebody like you have very good, aspirations, or basically very good determination to do a lot of things for what you want. And I'm pretty sure that, it's one of those things where basically, in order for have this happen or so, you just need to let everybody know what you want, what you would want, and basically what you're working towards. So I'll let you have this. I'll let you have the floor here if you just want to be in the center here. I'm just gonna back up so that way it's just basically all eyes. Yeah.
I mean, alrighty.
There you go. So just let them know.
I mean, honestly, my goals so far is just, it's pretty much to be an entertainer, to entertain you guys, hopefully make you guys happy, and honestly, and are we talking about like higher goals? I mean, like, I guess partner, that's pretty much it, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't really have like huge goals. It's more of it's like, I guess my goals isn't really too huge. It's just to be an entertainer. Yeah. Stream. Do what I love. Streaming, gaming. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to make that a living.
Trying to make it. trying to make a living, but for the most part, have a good time along the ride. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much for you.
Yeah.
I got you. It's pretty much.
Also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No. Go ahead.
And also try to make new friends. You know, because honestly, I started streaming because I wanted to make new friends. Actually, yeah, that's actually why I started it.
No, I got you.
So,
I mean, that's respectful because it's very respectful, but just because of the fact that, you know, when it comes down to it or so, you're like streaming. Well, when it comes down to it, it's mostly a hobby. But if you have a passion for it, you could definitely turn it into a career. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it overall. So, but yeah, I will say you've got time on your side. So hey, for the most part or so, and plus you got a good community to back you up, dude. Don't ever think you're gonna falter because they're gonna be right behind you every step of the way. Let you know that.
Yeah,
They may be,
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how quiet it gets or so, just know it's not. Just know, no matter how quiet it gets or so, they're still going to be behind you. They're just there to make sure that if anything happens, they're going to be there right by your side, no matter the problem. So, alrighty, and
yeah, I got you.
Alrighty, so pretty much with that in mind. That'll be episode 3 of Shoot the Breeze.